like to have further communication with you. So I am ordering you as a condition of your bond. Like I said, don't have any threatening or harassing contact and you're not to be in possession of any weapons. I don't know what kind of relationship. Come on up. So thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
So I am entering a protective order for you.
May I make a?
Don't.
Yes, sir.
I'm just hear me out,
Yes, sir.
because I don't want you guys to talk, because I have a bunch of DAs here and everything you guys say is recorded.
I understand.
Can be used to, prove guilt. So this protective order is for you,
Yes, sir.
so that she cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. Usually comes with a residential restriction, meaning that she's not allowed to go back to the place of where you guys live or where you go to work. I will amend that to allow her to go back, but I want you to understand, I don't know what kind of relationship you guys have, but if it's one where you're constantly butting heads, I would be very, very careful, because if I get word that it continues to happen or something similar to this happens, I will revoke your bond and I'm going to put you in jail, and I'm not giving you any more PR bonds. I will do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. And I don't care. We take you kicking to screaming into custody, but understand, my first and foremost idea of Harris County is public safety. Do you understand? So like I said, what is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what she thinks. I could give a rat's behind what you think or what you care. It's how he perceives it. So this going like this, that is threatening or harassing and can land you in jail. You understand? Okay. We will have you sign our bond conditions now. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer, and then we'll see when you come back. Okay?
So amending the bond conditions, is that also going, are you amending the protective order as well?
Correct.
Okay, so the protective order will supersede anything, but that will have writing in it saying
So-
that we can cohabitate?
Everything in the protective order stays as far as no threatening or harassing. The only thing I'm taking off is a residential restriction, so
Yes,
she
sir.
can go back to the house. But everything in the protective order stays. And understand, ma'am, that if you violate it, they're going to file an additional case against you. So be careful.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Where do I, okay, thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome to American Courts After the Show that we do after the show. I still got to figure out a name for that show. If only we had a name for it. How's everybody doing today? No one's going to answer because you're all on that. We've got some interesting Judge Fleischer today, so I'm going to throw up a couple. I actually don't have them named. I literally just have them 1 through 18, so we're going to get to jump into it and guess on it. So that's not a problem. We can do that. First of all, everybody's got an assignment. You got to go to Discord. Go to Kathy's Discord, Court Vibes. Find it. If you're not a member of it, you should have been a member of it. Go there and find what Kathy's talking about in general. She's being very specific. Go to it and send a birthday card. We need to send a birthday card. All right, Jamie, kids are driving you nuts. Put them on the show, man. Put them on the show. We'll get on to them. So we're going to let's start at number 5. Why not number 5?
Good morning, Mr. Guerra. Are you sure that you want to do this?
Yes, sir.
You got to understand that if I remember correctly, you had a business where it was a moving business, right? You moved pianos or
Pool table, sir.
pool tables.
Sir.
You got to understand, by doing this, your insurance is going to go up, and it may go up just, dramatically, especially if you're in the business of commercial driving.
Understand, sir.
Was this the only offer that was available?
Yes, Judge. He does have history, so this was kind of the best bet for us. He has been not driving since the start of this case. So he's been, because he signed a no driving affidavit. But I think, this is.
There's no deferred, no probation officer?
Deferred. He does have, he's been to TDC.
Okay. Got to understand, you just got to be careful. This life is but one. The more convictions you get, as you see now, the worse it becomes. Everything in life is about one thing: money. Everybody wants money, including the state. And the more cases you pick up, the more they're going to hit you for money here, money there. And you never know where it's going to come from. Here, it may be insurance, you have to have insurance, especially for moving pool tables. God forbid something happens where someone drops a pool table on someone and it kills them, breaks a foot, breaks a leg. All that is covered by insurance. So I hope and I pray that you have insurance for what you're doing, because if not, it could really come back to bite you in the boo-boo. You know what I mean? So, all right. So you're charged with reckless driving. You're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail. Credit for the 2 days that you've done. It will go and it will end up as a conviction on your record. I mean, if you want to try to do something else, your case it's old, but I can give you a little bit more time, because it's a lifetime decision that you make today, Mr. Guerra, meaning that once you plead guilty, you're stuck with this forever. You can never come back and change this. You give up the right to appeal. So you can't like target, well, you know what? I want to return it. I don't like it. You understand?
Sir.
You still want to do this.
Sir.
How do you plead to the officer? Guilty or not guilty? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. Are you on probation or parole now? Okay, if you're on probation or parole, this can be used to revoke that, resulting in further confinement. So, all right, do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, well, good luck, sir. I wish you the best and just stay out of trouble.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
guys.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll roll your court costs so you won't owe anything as well. Okay, just be careful.
Sir.
Go down to the first floor. You said to turn this in.
Yeah,
So you took a plea for reckless driving. I'm assuming it was a DWI or something that they pled it down. I'm not sure. Yeah, absolutely. Jamie, if you need me to get onto them kids, I can get onto them kids. I don't tolerate children, but I promise you I won't be as nice as Judge Fleischer is to them. I'm not that guy. And so let's try number 21, because I remember there being a good one right there near the end. So let's see where that one goes. Hey, Bill. It's odd to see a Bill on there, so.
okay. I love talking to people.
We're gonna carry it over tomorrow. The son did actually get the passport, but
Yes.
he's coming tomorrow morning. So it looks like it's gonna work out.
Hello?
Yeah, he's.
Hey. Two.
See how he does.
There we go. I knew there was a reason I did this one. So let's see where we go there.
I'm just saying, every other case is done. It's the last case. We're done.
Oh, yeah. I'm joking. These?
Two, most importantly,
All right, here we go. This one got a little fired up a bit ago, so let's see how this one goes.
Mr. Thurman, you're back. Okay. So I told you before, two main concerns are number one, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction where you're wanted from? And number two, most importantly, are you a danger to my public? I take public, safety. It's as important as my hair. You know what I mean? It's that important, right? Because I don't want anything to happen out there with my name attached to a bond. I try everything in my power to ensure that everybody's protected. And I see that you're wanted for a really serious case. It's an armed robbery, right? I mean, that's what you're wanted for. There's no denying it. That's what it says on the paperwork.
He's on lifetime probation in Michigan.
Lifetime, there's such a thing as lifetime probation.
Lifetime probation.
Whoa.
So that Kate, well, I'll let you do the talking.
No, he did his time and he got out, and lifetime probation out of Michigan. So that's what's happened. I believe it got.
So how on what would, aside from like a murder case,
So he was
what
charged
would
with
garner?
murder twice, along with 2 armed robberies.
I wasn't charged twice for no murder.
It just shows up.
It just shows up
Oh, I
twice.
was about to say, I wasn't charged
Murder
twice.
along with armed robbery or aggravated robbery in our jurisdiction.
I love how this guy tries to argue a little bit later that, being charged once with murder is okay, twice is just ridiculous. He tries to minimize everything he's doing. Hey, I've been good for a year. I hadn't shot at anybody or pointed a gun at anybody in a year, so, you should let me out. Nope, wrong answer.
He's placed on probation. Since that time, he's been charged in our jurisdiction with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and felon possession of a weapon. In those, he had bond conditions when it started off, where he was ordered to have a GPS monitor. He has had multiple curfew violations on top of that noted. And so I do believe he's a safety risk, because even with literally an ankle monitor, he doesn't follow court conditions. And so I believe he is a safety and flight risk. And the fact that there was a weapon involved with multiple witnesses, some of them children, even threatening to murder them, is that I would be opposed to a bond being set. Also, it should be noted that because of the way the probation was transferred, I can't confirm, so I can't approach on it yet. But from what I see on the system is that he moved the probation to Texas, which means there's an ICA. But I don't have the documents, which is why I can't present them. If there's an ICA hold, he's ineligible for a bond, because that's an ICA hold. I don't have it, which is why I can't say. But if I get the documents.
Interstate compact agreement.
I understand. May I speak, Your Honor?
Of course.
Okay. After we talk about the probation, I'm at the probation, the GPS curfew wise, my judge knows all that was going on. So he knows every information and why I've been late. I have evidence of why I'm late. So he knows everything that's going on with my
But
GPS.
you're not supposed to be late.
He knows why though. So
I understand.
that. That's why he overlooked. He said, okay, it's fine. So he said it was fine.
Quick question, is it a motion to adjudicate?
Well, no, it's still an open case. It's not under probation, but you're just asking if they do a bond violation report. They did on November 1st, 2024. They filed a motion to revoke.
Oh, so it's recent.
It's very recent.
So they've not
this month.
heard, okay, and then so there's not been a hearing on that yet, right?
No, but that's even after they amended the order. Also, he has further bond violation reports on December 18, 2023, another one on November 28, 2023, and that's after they amended it twice. One moment. So he seems to be agreeing with this. So the fact that he has 3 violations on top of having lifetime probation and a possible ICA, obviously, I'm still opposed for him.
Why are you on lifetime probation?
That's the way they set it up as. I took the plea deal.
What are you on probation for?
The armed robbery conspiracy to commit armed robbery. I did 5.5 years, came home off lifetime probation. And to continue what I'm saying, I'm a threat to, a flight risk. I can't be a flight risk. Every court that they set, I came every single time. Every court that Michigan have set, I flew out there every single time. I knew I was getting locked up Monday. They told me that Thursday, I still showed up to court and got locked up. So there's no flight risk in this whatsoever if I'm been showing up every single time.
And you may be showing up, but at the end of the day, you continue to do what you want to do without regard to bond conditions.
And what do you mean by that, Your Honor?
Meaning that they put you a GPS monitor, and they give you a curfew
Yes.
and you don't abide by the curfew.
I was working, Your Honor. That's why the judge has stated, because they had my probation curfew time I forgot what time it had as. But I had started my new job because I came, got locked up, lost my other job. He said, okay, the violation he's talking about, I came into court and talked to the judge, and he extended my curfew. He was like, okay, you've been working. I said, yes, I have documentation of new work. So I'll show all my documentation, and he said, okay. So the stuff he's mentioning violations for, they already been taken care of. So he's not stating that either. He said 2023 is, obviously I'm still free, right or wrong. I'm still free. That means he's seen all the paperwork. Obviously, I came with legit paperwork.
And that's kind of where I was coming from at it. If it's a lifetime probation and it's curfew violations that he's still out, my speculation would be that he was able to make an explanation to the judge, and that's why he's not been revoked. So he's still here. As to the underlying charge, it's still a charge and that's what it is. Like he said, he turned himself in on Thursday knowing that he was going to get arrested and held. And so I'm sure that Michigan it's a probation violation because of the underlying charges. And plus that's where that MRP is probably coming from. I believe he's proven time and time again that he's gone to Michigan, taking care of what he needs to take care of, and he will still be here he's been on bond on the underlying case for about a year. Your Honor, he's not been locked up this whole time up until this recent arrest. So, and at this point in time, this is really just for since we don't have proof of an ICA, if the judge is willing to set a bond, how much that would be, if there's a willingness to set a bond.
Let me read this to you.
Yes, Judge.
Texas Code of Criminal Procedure 17.03. NLR, out of state Michigan, armed robbery, armed robbery with a conspiracy, 2021. Probation transferred to Texas 3/20/21. Concurrently charged with murder, which was dismissed. No holds. Defendant is not indigent, and defendant is alleged to have gone to complaining witness's home and pointed at a gun at complaining witness and complaining witness's 3 children because one of the complaining witness's children was involved in a dispute with defendant's sister at the child's school. Defendant threatened to kill, quote unquote, everyone in the home. Defendant then left complaining witness's home and came back with defendant's father, both ready to fight complaining witness and complaining witness's wife. That's the aggravated assault that we have now. So, knowing that you're on lifetime probation for a very serious case, you know that you're supposed to be out there with a halo over your head. And yet you pick up an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon where allegedly a gun is pointed at kids. I mean, the way your mannerisms,
I would say something, Your Honor, that's why.
but don't though. You have this open case.
Understandable.
Everything they can say, they can use it against you. My concern is public safety, man. And you got to understand that I don't know if you're guilty of this offense or not, but the problem is bad stuff keeps happening to you for some reason. It's like sometimes people are their own worst enemy. They get out and then something happens and then they just end up picking up another charge. It's like a cold. You pick up another charge, you pick up another charge here, you pick up another charge there, you don't follow bond conditions here. Mr. Thurman, you scare me, man.
Can I scare you, Your Honor?
Yeah.
And I've been out for a whole year since this case happened, and this is my first time being into this courtroom again, and you're fearful whose safety if I've been doing nothing but right and working.
That's not true.
That has been true. I've been out for a year on bond and have not been into this no courtroom, but in Orange Jumpsuit, I should say. Your
I
courtroom,
mean,
anybody's
you want
courtroom.
me to reward you for
I'm
being
saying,
a
but you say you're in fear. You say you're in fear for safety. That's what I'm saying. Like, who are you in fear of? I have not been into any trouble whatsoever. I've been squeaky clean since I bonded out.
And Your Honor, to
You
your,
don't get rewarded for being a good person out there. You know what I mean?
I
You're
understand
supposed to be like that anyways.
I understand that wholeheartedly, Your Honor. I'm just saying, you say you fear, and I'm saying, how are you in fear if I've not been doing anything? That's showing you, that should show you some type of sign, like, okay, he's not been doing anything wrong. So where is the fear come to play? That's what I'm asking you.
The fear is really because, when people come here, it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, rainbows, gumdrops. And then when they get out there, they turn into different people. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. And I don't want that. Like, I don't want someone out there to suffer because we let you out. I let you bond out. You've got an armed robbery, you've got an ag assault. You continue to violate conditions on those bond, right? That shows me that you're not willing to abide by bond. I mean, quite frankly, you're lucky to even be out on those charges with the ankle monitor, and you continue to violate.
Your Honor, you keep saying violate, like, if I was in violations they have on file, by the way. Those have been taken care of. Once again, you keep on saying violations, but they took care of. The felony court judge seeing I have proven, what's the word I'm looking for? Just proven, facts that this is why I'm late. I have a new job. I got fired because I got arrested from the other job. So I started a new job. For me having a felony in my position, and just call it what it is, a young black man with a felony, it's hard for me to get a job anywhere.
Okay, first I want to undo my microphone. I want to thank Tokyo for the super chat super chat, I guess. And Kelly, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. This guy here is saying he's been out for a year, and so therefore nobody should be afraid of him. Nobody should be concerned for him. this guy here is the perfect example of why we build prisons in our country. He's trouble, and he's not getting it. He's wanting to be argumentative and argue with the judge. You know, this is certainly not the judge to try to be argumentative with, and Judge Fleischer's bending over backwards trying to help him, and all he wants to do is argue. So that's certainly not going to help. That's certainly not going to figure that out. He's just not going to get it, and pointing a gun at your girlfriend or wife and your kids. That's just, none of that's smart. But then again, I think Biggin had made the comment, you only catch the dumb ones. Well, he got caught, so he's there with it. We're gonna do Court Addicts at 8:00 over on American Courts 2. Make sure to check it out. We do a little deep dive into the mixture of addiction in the court world and how they just how they interfere with each other and how they can wreck your lives. We come at it from a different point of view. Allie's got a lifetime of experiences, and I've got a lifetime worth of questions. So it works out good. We're able to kind of identify some of the issues, and I'm sure everybody has something that they can share with it. Everybody has something they can relate to it. So we're gonna finish this one up, and let's see when he apologizes to the judge.
So the jobs I do get, I take upon those. So it's hard. Any shift they open up for me, I'm going to take it and show my work ethic to them. So I let the judge know that. He sees that. He understands, like, okay, that's why you keep on bringing up violations. I have to work. I have to eat. I have to have a house to live in, like anybody else here. So you keep on bringing that up. I'll keep saying, I already talked to the judge about it. He granted it already. He let it go. That's why I'm still free to this day. Well, was free to this day. And you keep bringing that up. You saying threat to your fear, which is understandable. Everybody gonna have fear, but I have not been into any trouble. I've been working. I've been working for a whole year. I've been on my P's and Q's. And like you said, the police report that you're reading, sir, the case is still open, so I can't really speak on it. I'm pretty say much, but it's a lot more to what you're just reading on that police report. It's always gonna be video cameras and house ring cameras, body footage. It's gonna be a lot more other things that you're not gonna be able to read off a police report, which is understandable.
Just too much blood, Mr. Thurman. I'm sorry. I can't set you on. It's just too much. I'm sorry. Hey, this isn't.
Do not walk away.
This isn't.
I said, okay, it's fine.
Really. I understand that you're hurt, Mr. Thurman, but look.
I've been doing my best, Sean. And y'all sit here telling me I'm the bad guy, and I've been doing nothing but my best of my abilities, working, staying out of trouble. And you're a threat, and I'm a threat to society. Really? For a whole year I've been out, and they just not issue a warrant for me just now recently, and I come to turn myself in, and I'm a threat to society. And people, you fear me for what? I'm turning myself in and show you that I'm not running for nothing. I'm not running for anything. I'm innocent, and I'm coming to show you I'm innocent by turning myself in. But y'all a threat. You can let go of me, sir.
Stop.
You can let go of me.
You do not tell me how to do my job.
You can let go of me. You grab my arm too tight.
Guys, relax.
I'm too tight. All I said, grab me. Look how you grabbing me up.
Back up.
Look how they grab me. I said you let me go a little bit.
You gotta calm down.
I'm calm. I just asked him a question. I asked him if you let me go a little bit, sir. That's all I said.
Open the door.
That's all I said. When you make somebody cuss you out, what do you think? You said I'm all tight. You just look. You know what I'm saying?
So he already waived, so if he.
Allie, that's a simple question. You want to know why the attorney's not stepping in and stopping him? How many times would you have to talk with him before you're just done with him? How many times before you just happen to step aside and let him do himself in? You can only talk to somebody so much. I know with my kids, you can talk to them so much, and after a little while, you're like, okay, fine. If you're going to go out there, break your arm, go out there, break your arm. Let's see how that works out. Hold on, I'm not supposed to say that out loud. Huh. All right, let's see where that goes.
He did.
Folded.
Just, I can't.
I'll go talk to him, but once again, Judge, understandably, I think I know that he's frustrated. I believe.
I understand. I get it. And I would be too, but I can't. That's just too much blood. It's too much.
It looked like there was.
Even, what I'm going to tell you, even if he didn't have those bond violations, I'd still be very hard pressed to even,
No, and I was curious because when you brought it up, it was a little bit older, and so I was wondering why.
Do you know, are they going to come get him?
Oh, no, they're gonna get him. I was trying to figure out why now, and they were just having back and forth.
But here's the problem. So he hasn't made bond on those cases. So we're sitting anyways.
Yeah.
He has not?
No.
He said he did.
No, he's not made bond on those cases. He's
He's been
basically,
in jail for a year?
No.
He may have, but they revoked the bond.
Yes.
So he's sitting there and I
There you go.
didn't have the heart to tell him right now that the 14 days is not going to apply.
Yeah.
Because
I gotta do that.
I really.
I would
I
imagine-
it's
will.
just-
I'll let him know.
I would imagine it's gonna get resolved because it's one of those, it's a bizarre. So we revoked, Harris County revoked because Michigan revoked because it was charged with the ag assault. So it's a chain of events because the only thing the court sees is that they revoked
So-
on the probation, which was caused by.
Please let him
race.
know that the 14 days hasn't kicked in and it will not.
It will not kick in.
Resolves.
Right.
And either he resolves the cases.
So which
Okay.
one does he need to resolve first in order for,
Well, for the felon possession of the weapon, there's, hold on, I don't want to-
Is there an offer?
No, it's going to trial. That's why it's been reset out. It's been set for jury trial at least
four
Really?
times?
4 times. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
5 times, Judge.
Next time is January 6, 2025. But he's held on 55,000 bond for the ag assault and 55,000 for the felon possession. So he has to come up with 110,000 for.
Wait a second. So
So it doesn't matter what you did today.
can't,
Right.
even if I gave him a bond today, he would still have to make those bonds.
110,000.
So my question now is, when did that warrant for the felonies pick? Because he's saying he's been out for a year ever since this
I'll
ag
explain
assault got picked up.
I show a remand defendant custody on November 18th, but I don't know what the previous.
So the only reason why his felony bonds got revoked was because Michigan
Well,
revoked.
I should
Oh,
say
no,
only.
it doesn't, but we don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's no notes that reflect why they revoked the bond. It just says court directive remand defendant to custody. Let me see if they give an explanation. Hold on.
Okay,
It's remand to custody, violation report, but that's not a revocation. Yeah, because,
it's a violation report from Michigan?
no, for me, so remember when I said the newest violation was on November 1st for all the curfew violations?
Mm-hmm. Is that from here?
Technically, that could be the reason why they revoked instead of Michigan. I don't know, because I don't have the document. And
Yes.
So.
But he
technically,
hasn't gone out to Michigan to, I guess, take care of.
For that
the
one,
current
that
bound
one
violation.
since 2023, so it would have predated.
I
It
get
just
you.
takes some time for them to do it, which is why I hate it, because they should have waited to file it. But whomever originally had him, well, actually, if he said he was in the courtroom when it happened, yeah, sheriff's office. So they should have known to wait and file.
I got you. Okay.
Okay, well, I guess reset to track locals. Oh, man,
Don't set it to January.
I'm not. When in
So-
December would you like to touch base?
Now, my question now is, does it matter for us to touch base if his locals are gonna be reset far out? What's the
Yeah,
point of?
Yeah, we have to,
If they,
you
if
gotta
they
keep
do like
it.
a plea deal, pre-trial,
Ah,
yeah,
makes sense.
or mid-trial dismissal, because it's Troy Locklear on the one of.
So let's do this. Do you see a date for like a pretrial motion or a pretrial setting for them?
Trying to file a motion.
Highly doubt it,
File a
Judge.
motion, but I mean, there's nothing between here and there. Judge Jones, I would be surprised if they set another
Okay.
So if you want to talk to Troy-
18th, 17th of December?
17th of December.
Finner?
Yeah.
Is it Troy Finner?
No,
Troy Locklear, so hold on,
Oh, yeah.
December 17th,
I don't know. I'll find out.
yeah,
All right.
okay.
17th or 18th, whichever one of those days works for you, I'm good by it.
I live in this building, you tell me.
and if you have any problems with him, we can bring him back out as far as just tracking locals, meaning that just let him know they revoked the bond.
I'll
And
let you-
essentially, the time here is kind of told until he either gets a bond reinstated, post bond, or somehow deals with the case.
Because the bond is set, so if he can come up with the money, he can. But I'll put 17, and then if you want it sooner or a couple days
Got you.
out, let me know. And I'll
Sounds
see you
good.
tomorrow for.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I think
Thank you, Judge.
we are done.
Maybe excuse Judge.
Oh, my God.
And Your Honor, I filed dismissal on moves. I eval the case. It's not a good case.
oh, great. Whose case was that? Thank you.
I wonder how many years of working in a court like that before you start not getting nervous with defendants like that. This guy's obviously a violent guy. This guy's obviously angry about something. You could tell she was a lot more comfortable once he was gone. And she's got a job to do. She's got to defend him. But you can also see whenever they step aside, they'll step a foot away from the defendant. You can tell that when they keep a little bit distance, because heck, at the end of the day, they want to go home. They don't want to get hurt at work. And that defendant obviously wasn't thinking about who he was going to hurt. He obviously wasn't thinking about anything like that. Thanks, Lindsay, for joining the club, becoming a member. Thank you. But this guy, if he had any sense at all, he'd be trying to convince the judge that he's cool, calm, and collected. Instead, he's getting agitated and trying to fight with Stephen. He understands Stephen went to work at a job where he was going to be the boss. Stephen went to work, so he's going to be in law enforcement. That guy is not going to get over on Steve. Steve, he wakes up in the morning ready for that guy. And but it just always makes me wonder how, people put off vibes, people put off energy. And how long does it take before that energy doesn't bother you? You can tell that none of them are really scared of him, but, they're all being careful about it. So I don't know. I don't know that I'd be able to handle that job. Let's go to, sounds like number 18 is a good one. Let's go to number 18.
Yeah, Mr. Scott, that's Briggs for Plea,
Okay,
and Mr. Khalifi for Mr. Elick right behind him.
coming up, guys.
Mr. Elick, come on up.
Oh, we got it.
I'm gonna talk to you, but let him finish first.
Oh, this one was a
Good
good one. I
morning,
remember
Mr.
this one.
Scott. Mr. Scott, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 90 days in jail with credit for the 27 that you've already done.
Should be. Okay,
Yeah.
I was 29, but
You should be 29.
Really? Look at them.
but I was told because it's
Going to
supposed
bat
to.
for you. That's pretty cool. DA's going to bat for you, man. That's good. What?
27. It's been 27 since October 25th, but he was initially taken in on the 7th, in July for the same charge. It was no PC and then refiled.
Okay. I'll give him 29.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Not a problem. All right. So, Mr. Scott, but regardless, you have to understand that it's going to go on your record. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. So if you ever pick up another one of these cases in penitentiary, have you been to the pen before?
So,
Yeah. Next time you pick up a serious felony, it could be a 15 to life case. If you've
Your Honor,
been,
if I may, just so the court is aware, and I explained to him the ramifications, he is on parole currently for the enhancement.
Ay, sometimes, a woman is like a piece of cancer. She'll kill you, dude. She'll absolutely kill you. How can someone get into your head so much, twirl you up so much that you lose control, no matter how small it is, to where you end up in a box for the next 3 months? Not only that, it's very possible they revoke your parole, send you back to prison then. So many other fish
You
in
can
the
see he's
sea.
thinking it through.
Just go find another release, because life's too short to live in and out of custody. You know what I mean? This applies to you, Mr. Khalifa, as well. How are you going to let someone get into your head so much so, you cut the cancer out before it kills you. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses, testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. How do you plead to the offense of assault family member? You also have to understand, because you're on probation or parole, this could be used to revoke that. It could result in further confinement. Is this what you want to do? You sure? Okay, man. I'm going to find you guilty. I'll send you to 90 days in jail. Is it enhanced, Greg? Do you know?
It is with a felon in possession of a weapon.
Is it true that you had that felon in possession? Okay, true to enhancement. Mr. Scott, come on, man. Life's too short. Mr. Elick. Thanks, Greg.
Your Honor, I'm approaching for on bail review for Mr. Khalifa.
Mr. Khalifa, I know that you're telling me these things, but we have the complaining witness that has been calling, saying that she's terrified.
Can I say something, if you don't mind?
Okay. But remember, everything that you say, they can use it against you. Don't. Did you want to say something?
Oh, Judge, I mean, I've already kind of explained to you the continuous contact and bond violations that have been occurring. I think it's important to note that this individual had 3 warrants out at the same time. He failed to appear, obviously for the misdemeanor. For the felony, his warrant was sent out for violation of bond, violating the exclusion zone. I received calls nearly every day from the complainant telling me how scared she is, that he is continuously trying to contact her. He's canceled her credit card. He is trying to call her from blocked numbers. He is continuously violating his bond. He has stated himself that he does not care about the protective order.
I would object to hearsay, Your Honor. I know he didn't come to court. He has been sick with diabetes.
Can I
All I
say
ask
something,
you-
sir?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, as the same day I have a court, I was here, by the way, and I
No, you weren't.
Sir, can you give me second, Judge, if you don't
Sure.
mind? I wasn't here in the building. I was here around this area. My blood sugar.
Doesn't count.
Can I say something? I talked to the sheriff to take me to the court. He told me just to keep going and the bark is there and to go. I feel down, my blood sugar was so high until like maybe I get up. Some people, they broke my door to open it because I'm diabetic, the very bad condition. When I get up, I don't know what time, it was like 4:30. I show up at the court here, they told me it's already done. Come back Monday. When I come back Monday with my other attorney for the felony, you know what? They told me it's closed today, the court. So you don't have to be there, just to be patient until like we give you court.
Your
I
Honor,
wasn't Skype, sir.
Okay, Your Honor, I will say they haven't brought him here the past 2 days.
Can I say something also too? Yesterday I have a court here, right? During my way to the court and I am in jail, right? What happened to me? They took me to the hospital for my bad condition. 7 hours, they try to reduce my blood sugar. 3 times they give me insulin, it's still high. They refuse to send me to the court. This is my condition, sir.
They want to make sure that before they bring you to court, you're in a good
See what I'm
condition.
talking about now? I'm not lying, sir. So why I escape if I have a court?
You weren't here.
Exactly, because my bad condition.
How do I know that?
What I argue you right now, to waive the bond, the fees.
Regardless, you don't come to court.
I told you what happened, sir.
How do I know that?
I just explained to you.
Do you know how many people tell me the sky's purple?
I'm not lying, sir. Because I'm very sure, even yesterday I have important court, I cannot make it, and I am here already.
Your Honor, his bond has been denied on the felony, so
You
even
see?
if you did lower it, he still
You see what
won't be
I'm
able to
saying?
get out unless they.
Exactly.
Felony court has revoked your bond and you're at zero bond.
That's zero.
Even if I were to tell you, look, go, be fancy, be free, your felony court has made you no bond. So there's nothing that we can do at this point anyways.
No, just to waive the fee. And I have another thing about what she was telling you, sir. Yeah, I have the approval. All of this is a scam, by the way, because I'm the one he got message, very scary message.
I would like to know, do you have, other than her word, any kind of documentation, any kind of evidence to show that he is violating conditions of his bond? Because I would like to see it. Because I would like to show it to Mr. Khalifa if in fact you have something.
Correct.
I have screenshots from the complaint, so if I may kind of explain, it's a little complex. So
Don't
they're still
interrupt or
legally
finish.
married, they're still legally married, they're on the same insurance plan.
We are not in insurance plan. We are not
You
legally
don't.
married. I apply for
Please.
divorce.
Khalifa,
I'm
if
sorry,
you
I'm
do not
sorry,
let
I'm
them
sorry.
talk, I will have to pull you out of
Okay,
this
I'm so
court.
sorry. I'm
You
not
do
gonna
want
talk
to
no
do
more.
that.
I promise you. I'm not gonna talk no more.
Control
I promise you.
self. This tells me if you're incapable of controlling yourself, this tells me a lot about you.
Just because my bad, the blood.
Stop.
I'm not talking no more.
So the two are still legally married, that shared an insurance plan. While he was on bond, he called to amend it to raise the rate and then have all of the money for the insurance plan taken out of her account. Now that would only be permissible, obviously, by one of the holders of the plan. She did not do it. I have screenshots of that from her judge. I have a lot of evidence that she's sent me, provided me. I understand that it's hard for you to believe if it's like blocked numbers. I understand your hesitation with that.
Show me. I mean, if you have block numbers, if you have 50 block numbered calls, that's something, because that's not something that would normally happen. Well, I get a lot of calls from like scammers and crap, right? But I mean, if you get 50 block calls in a very short amount of time, I know that's Morgan, you don't have to do it just this very minute, right? But I would like it like really, really soon.
Absolutely.
And what I want to come back within maybe a day or two, and I'm going to show him, look, this is what we have. This is what we don't have. If we don't have anything, then, but I understand if she's scared, but show me the money. I want to see what you have. Just
Can we move it till Friday? And then
Sure, of
if,
course.
if the state can send that to me too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But I want to know why is she so scared? Why?
I hate to break in there, but she probably just wanted to get a little break from hearing him talking. I could see making that call, but damn, he won't listen to anybody. He wasn't listening to her.
Itching to say something else. What did you want to say?
Remember when she said I destroy her car?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
We're not getting it.
I want to see the video.
Okay.
You will.
The video has been uploaded and shared.
You will.
Okay.
And everything that they have, you will get to see.
But you promise me you dismiss it if I didn't touch her car?
I'm not going to promise you.
I
What are you-
didn't touch
you
her
crazy?
car.
I can't dismiss
I
something.
did not touch it.
Okay.
If that is the fact, then the evidence will point to whose side is correct. I don't know.
Just stand by her mirror.
But you have to understand that it takes time to get
I
evidence.
understand.
And we will get it. And as soon as Mr. Ela gets it, he's going to show it to
Just
you.
argue for the bond, make
Okay.
it reduce.
We're
please.
gonna come back.
First
on
talk to
Friday.
felony court because you're at no bond over there. And then if you get something in felony court, come back and we can talk.
Your Honor, do you want to move this case to Friday or?
Yeah. Whatever you want. I mean, if you want to tomorrow, Thursday, whatever you want, I'm happy to do.
I see you put videos on YouTube on me.
I don't.
Yeah, you show it to me
I live
yesterday.
stream so that the whole world gets to see
We're
how.
being famous, me and you now.
Okay.
No, I'm just.
Mr. Scott. Good luck.
Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. See you Friday.
Take care.
So that attorney is earning his money on that one.
Okay.
Morning, Judge.
Hey, wow. You came down.
I did.
Wow.
Order in the court, please.
Pleasure to have you. All right.
Back again, Judge.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit more.
Guess who's back?
Yes, Judge. So I did
And-
speak with Mr. Kalechi, which is Ms. Widow's son, and he is willing to post a bond, and we did come to an agreement. It being a child support case, Mr. Kalechi has another sibling. Both of those children are Ms. Widow's kids, but it looks like what happened was they moved to be with Ms. Udo after their father had absconded. What she did not do was file a motion to modify. And when that doesn't happen, everything stays the same. So even
Well,
though
that's what I was trying to impart to her.
Yes.
Like, if you start living with one of the child that you're paying support, you need to let the court know so they can stop making you pay for support. And they make the other person pay for support.
And this did not happen. And so, I mean, I would assume me being family law, most times, especially when a mother gets their kids, they're excited to have their kids. So they don't care about what the court has to say. They just keep living their lives. This is what happened. And so when the garnishment stopped, it stopped because the kids hit 18. So typically garnishment will not continue
right.
until
I
after
mean,
they
that
hit
makes sense.
18. And now the youngest, I believe, is 25. The oldest is 32, if I'm not mistaken, from what I spoke with Mr. Kalechi. 26, sorry. So that's kind of what has happened. And even the children are kind of worried about, they don't know what's going on, but they do know that it's something that happened in Michigan and they want to help her take care of it. So both of her children are well-to-do kids. She did a great job training them.
What does that mean, well-to-do?
As in they both have really good jobs. And so they're willing and able to help mom out of the situation.
I guess more specifically, they're able to help pay the bond and secure transport back to Michigan, which was my concern. But I had a
Yes.
secondary concern.
I mean, I have a concern that she's trying to go to Nigeria.
That was my
He
secondary.
had the same concern as well.
So I want to do the same thing I did with the Mexico yesterday, is that I would move to have her surrender her passport to Melissa until she takes care of the warrant. And so that's what they're trying to figure out right now, is the son's trying to go to the belonging, right, the son?
Yes, the son is trying to go.
And I'll set her a bond if she surrenders the passport. So I know that she's not going to take flight.
So, I mean.
I won't
I'm-
argue against it.
I
then.
don't know how late Melissa will be here.
Well, we can always roll it to tomorrow as well, you know? It's
If-
already noon.
Well, they're trying right
it
now,
is
that's what I
already
mean, is
noon.
like, as we speak, they're trying to figure out if they're able to get the
The
passport.
problem is when she did get picked up, we don't know if HPD has a passport or if it's still in her belongings. So the son is going through her belongings to make sure it's still there.
How did Paria get the passport?
Oh, they went to the evidence room, because it depends on whether it's HPD or the sheriff's office that makes the arrest.
Aria had the same issue yesterday, and she was able to get the passport from the evidence room. I
Okay,
don't know how, because I don't see a motion that was filed
No.
for her to
you
get
know,
it.
And I don't know, how they release to whomever.
Because usually you would need like a power of attorney, wouldn't you?
Your Honor, if it's actually held in our property that it was on them, they were arrested, it's basically like a driver's license. The individual can actually sign a form, thumbprint it, and it releases all their property over to that family member.
There you go.
There you go.
so that, okay.
But once
I
you
didn't
get
know
it,
that.
I'll set a bond.
So you want the passport first and then set in the bond?
Yeah, if I set a bond now, she's gonna make the bond, she can, go. I have to first get the passport first, right? Because then if I set a bond now, there's no incentive for her to get the.
Okay, is there a
That's
way,
exactly what we did yesterday.
is there a way that we can find out if HPD has it?
I wouldn't, I mean, in terms of the property, I can call in, but I don't even know. what it's
Who's
like.
the arresting agency? That's what we need.
HPD.
But I don't know where, when, because I don't have the office report. When it's a fugitive case and there's no other corresponding criminal case, I don't know if it was, I don't know what area, I don't know where to call. I can start blindly
Do you
calling.
know
but I just-
Paria?
I'm sorry?
Oh, she's in Spain
Yeah,
now.
she's in Spain. I would be very hard pressed to believe that she's gonna respond to.
Perhaps Paria Rifi, send her an email. Maybe she'll reply. She's in Spain now. So she zoomed in yesterday and was able to somehow get the passport. And I was gonna suggest talking to her.
Okay.
But I mean, we can, do you want me to hold off then? You wanna vote tomorrow or you want to hold off? and see?
If we do roll till tomorrow and we still, and we're able, are we able to set up on later on today, or do we have to wait till tomorrow? Give me
Depends on how long
about, give me
you're
about
here.
15 minutes. Let me call him. Is that okay, Judge?
I'm jetting within 45 minutes.
Okay,
I'm
10
down,
10 minutes.
I mean,
Let me
I'm
call.
downstairs, so for me. it doesn't
I'll email
really-
you if
And I
anything.
can set a bond here up until what?
So for right now, I'll carry it over unless I hear something from you.
Got you.
else, and then I'll-
Sounds good. I'll call him in a second, see if he finds it.
We'll probably need a waiver withdrawal
And we
too.
have Mr.
Does
Thurman.
she, oh, that's if,
I got
yes,
copies.
I mean, I can do that now if you want, for the waiver withdrawal now, or if you want to wait until tomorrow. 'Cause she
Oh,
waived, so if she wants a bond set, regardless, she's gonna have to withdraw her waiver.
I got you.
So we can do it tomorrow at the same time as passport surrender, because that's to be in person anyway. So
I got you. Let's do it tomorrow. I'll be up here tomorrow.
and then she still has Thurman.
I still have Mr. Thurman. I was walking in when I,
Well, let me talk to them and then we'll bring Thurman up.
sounds good.
Thank you,
Okay.
Judge.
Hey,
Can I talk to
All right, that sounded like a child support case with the kids are 20-something years old. If any of y'all know what the original charge was for that, let me know. Yeah, I saw Sandra has already put up her Christmas tree. That is early. That is early. My wife's talking about the Christmas tree already, and I'm not too happy about it. But, oh well. I guess it's getting to be that time of year we're gonna get the trees up. Okay. Yeah, I get it. You're excited. It's the first time. Yeah, we've done that before too. You start getting excited about it, and you just kind of roll with it. So, all right. Well, let's see what else we got here. Number 7 sounds good.
Also, we did the TRNs. And I was in the process of appealing this on Friday. I was going back and forth with Nathan.
appealing.
Appeal for a P-tip. And
Oh, so they
we're
denied
almost-
him?
No, we're almost there. P-tip, the decision, and then this came, so I was really excited to talk to you.
This guy I think was my favorite for today. This was the one who said he would, due to his makeup, he blew a .08, or he had a .08, and so, yep, he got him a violation for that.
And what you're saying about appealing, what are you?
No, I'm doing a P-tip appeal because he's not necessarily allowed the P-tip for what the situation is, so I did.
You mean you're doing a mitigation pack?
I already did it. Everything's turned in. I did everything, mitigation packet.
They said yes.
I don't know yet.
Oh, you don't
So we're
know.
going back and forth, and then I stopped that because I literally, I got that report right then and there. I was going back and forth with Nathan on Friday.
Do you guys have any guidance on boroughs? It looks like he's filed for the diversion program for the DWI.
Amanda? Is that
Or
your
just
name?
whether he's been accepted into the program.
No, are you Amanda? I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Oh,
She works for the recovery unit.
Okay.
So I believe that Nathan he was waiting because there was a previous DWI that was being filed out of county. and he was waiting to receive the OR from that previous DWI.
And-
Because we don't know, it might have been dismissed.
No, it was dismissed. I gave him the dismissal paperwork and it was because there was nothing on
But
it.
I still have to know too, so I can take the appropriate action as far as bond condition, you
I'm
know?
happy to email
Go ahead.
Nathan right now. I think we just received the OR this morning
Where from and when?
from Galveston County. Let me look for the judge.
This case has been open since June, and I'm just now finding out that he had.
I didn't know it either because he thought it was expunged because it says interest adjustments, no evidence for DWI, basically. It was like, he had no, it was nothing, just got thrown out. So that being said, he said he didn't do anything. That's whatever, that's that, but
Yeah, I think it had been, I think that we are all in agreement that it was dismissed. I think Nathan just wanted the copy of the offense
What
report.
year was it?
1 second, Judge. Yes, Judge, the DWI is from 2019.
Yeah, I probably would have put an interlock on him.
but the reasoning on the dismissal, they put it on there.
And now he's still consuming alcohol, Mike.
That's what I'm saying. He's here to tell you, I don't believe that's the case. He swears up and down he didn't. He puts,
Have a scram.
I understand that. And he puts some like crazy amount of makeup on him and the alcohol, I gave you the pictures of it also. It's called alcohol, what's it called? Hang on, you can explain it to you, but I have it here.
I have pictures of,
The nature alcohol can be mistaken for alcohol consumption. I know.
I have these pictures. It has no date. It has no,
To give you context to it, I have the dates here. Those are just pictures of the close-up makeup, but he was DJing on those particular dates. And I have it right here because I was trying to get it in the club.
and I guess drinking while DJing, right?
No, he said he wasn't. I mean, you talked to him. I wasn't there. It
Well,
was DJ Sidney Ray, October.
I love that the lawyer just said, you talked to him, I wasn't there. I think that'd be the moment I'd scram every damn penny I got to find my own lawyer when the lawyer's going to say, you talked to him, I wasn't there.
31st at this place, and that was the day in question. And then this is October, this one, I'm sorry,
okay. So
October 27th.
I have here that you're consuming alcohol. I have here that the consumption is October 26th,
Yeah, that's the, it believes in
October 30th,
November 9th.
November 9th. Oh, and October 9th. So
That was, yeah.
I have 4 different events that you're consuming alcohol.
So for October 9th, Your Honor, that was whenever you told me to put the scram on, and I put the scram on right after that. And then those other 3 dates.
So you're allegedly consuming alcohol the day I tell you to put it on.
No, he did it that's the day, and then he put it on. No, that's the violation. We addressed that.
I have a positive for alcohol on the 9th of October.
Not from the scramble thing.
Yes.
October 26th.
I sent him on 10/9. So Felicia,
Yes, Judge.
so we sent him for a POC test on 10/9 on that time. Did he test positive for alcohol?
Yes, Judge.
Why on earth are we just now getting the violation?
The violation
No.
was already addressed.
That was addressed.
Yes, that violation was already addressed in our previous BVR. They started to put it in that section, that's why I didn't highlight it, but I
Did I
don't,
address that BVR?
yes, and that's when we amended the conditions to put a scrap.
Okay, so now we have alcohol consumption as a second violation on top of all this.
For the scram itself.
I've been very grateful for the second chance you gave me. That was from the makeup that I applied to myself, and I was just ignorant to the fact that that would actually set off my scram device, but I have not consumed another alcohol beverage at all. Those are also the days that I was working. I was entertaining. I did not consume another alcohol beverage at all. So I've been very grateful. I'm not stupid. I wouldn't consume another alcoholic beverage after you put the scram device. in the
Mr.
cell.
Burrows, I told you at every single stage of this game, do not put anything into your body that could be positive for alcohol. It is your responsibility to know what you can and cannot use. You're old enough to know that actions have consequences.
Yes,
And
sir.
here we are. I've already let you go one time with a positive for alcohol. When I told you not to consume, you literally tested positive on the day that we sent you for the test. And now we have another 3 positives for alcohol.
I don't think that's all, that's the part, the other parts, yeah, but the first part, that's not, he didn't test positive.
He tested positive 10-9.
No, that was,
It was a positive urinalysis test, and because of that, we amended the.
And because of that, I amended the conditions. I did not put him in jail. I put the scram on him.
yeah, but we addressed that he didn't go in and like.
I got it.
It's not 2 tests, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
You're right.
but he's continuing to consume. Stephen,
The scram reports are also in your email. I'm not sure if you gave them, but we got the names for the records as well for all of those dates.
have you seen that?
I have whatever I was sent yesterday.
That's it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bros. What am I supposed to do? Just let you go again?
No, sir, I'm not asking to, and I did not consume any alcohol. It was just yes, sir. The products that I put on, and I just was not aware that that was set off that. And it was makeup, sir. That's all it was. I didn't consume an alcohol beverage at all.
That party is 10:31, and I have here 10:26, 10:30, and you're telling me that you put this makeup on November 9th? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yes, sir. It's for my TikTok, and I have that. I have the videos of it also, sir. I do cosplay, and I just put on those products, and that was the sweat from it. I had no idea that that would actually get inside my blood system and and set that off.
You have levels?
Yes, they're in the scram report.
What is it?
I have.
It's like a peak of 0.08, and then.
He's a 0.08.
Yes.
You're telling me that makeup made you a 0.08?
Yes, sir. And those are the days I was at work.
I don't believe it for a second.
I even have.
I don't believe it for a second. I'm sorry. A
Understand.
0.08 because of makeup?
Yes, sir. I understand. I promise you I have not consumed alcohol at all.
I'm sorry, dude.
I
That's
understand.
it.
Yes, sir. I understand.
With you?
I understand, yes, sir.
And possibly believe that makeup is going to make you as intoxicated as having 6 to 8 drinks. Sorry, Mike. Of course. But where's mom? Are you mom? Come on up, mom. Thank you so much for coming. I want you to understand that the last time we were here, your son tested positive for alcohol, and I told him that there was absolutely just no tolerance. And I advised him to know what you put in your body, because it doesn't matter if you test positive. I go through a whole spiel: tequila, lollipop, hair dye, just cakes, candies, foods, gums, energy drinks, whatever it may be. You test positive, I'm going to end up revoking your bond. We've already asked him once. I put a monitor to ensure that he's not consuming alcohol. This is not the first time we were here with the DWI. We're here yet again on another one. I understand that the other one was dismissed, but I guess it wasn't enough to catch his attention. And now we're here yet on another one, and he's continuing to consume. And it's not just once, it's not twice, it's not thrice, it continues to happen. So as a result, I have to show him that we mean business. And as a result, I have to put him in custody.
I've been on him, and I know hasn't been drinking, but, can argue, but, I know he hasn't drank.
He has to know that you're on bond for a very serious case. We've asked you and told you not to use anything that has alcohol in it. And I cannot believe that makeup will cause you to be a 0.08. That's literally the legal limit, 0.08. That's usually someone consuming, a typical drink is around 0.02. So to get to a 0.08 in whatever, based on time frame and everybody's different, but it's a lot. So I'm sorry, man. That's why we put him in. Mike, I'll set the bond at 5,000. I don't know, what's it at now? Okay, I'll set it at 5,000 too, so it's not. And then we'll see,
All right, so I've got an argument for that one. let's just say it is a cosplay thing. Let's just say it is a makeup thing. Let's just for the sake of it, completely agree with him. Wouldn't that be the same as like a tequila lollipop? And the judge is pretty clear about that. Wouldn't that be the same as other ways of getting drunk other than drinking an alcoholic beverage? He continued to say, I didn't drink an alcoholic beverage. But to get himself intoxicated like that, it just seems irresponsible of him at best. Deceptive most likely. But I don't know how you can cake on anything. My son, I've told a lot of y'all about my son being on probation, having a scram unit or anything, and he said he learned that if he puts it on this, like a hand cleaner or anything, if it's cool, it's got alcohol in it, and so he's learned different ways of being able to tell. But if he doesn't have the ingredients on it, most likely he won't use that substance at all. So he's obviously learned a few lessons along the way on it. Let's go to a few more. We got a couple more good ones.
We do this. Let me talk to her, and then we'll do a full PC hearing right after. Okay, sure. Ms. Oko. Dave, what was her last name?
Miss Okoronkwo Udo is her first name. Yes, Judge, I'm here. Okoronkwo.
That was the last name or the first name?
First name is
I see it.
Okoronkwo.
Udo.
Yes.
I think I played these backwards. I think this is the first one before she had her guy. So I'm gonna find another one to throw up there because we've already done this one. Which one y'all want to see? Looks like number 17 wins. Hot damn, we got a good one. This was a good one.
Mona, ready?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Today is time set for discovery. It is November 20th, 2024. It's approximately 11:49 in the morning. I'm going to have you guys announce yourselves for purposes of the record. Please state.
For the state, it's Emerson Marnathan and
Morgan Harmon.
Judge, hold on. Can you have him come over so that I can see him?
I brought the comments down, but I don't want to block Ramona. Ramona's my buddy down there, the court reporter. I've had a chance to talk with her a few times, and talking with Judge Fleischer, is almost overwhelming. But getting to talk with Ramona, that's a true celebrity. That lady right there, she is a rock star, and so she does good. I'm gonna put the comments down there, and y'all let me know if y'all can't see them.
Emery, right here. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. State it again.
Emerson Marnathan for the state.
Morgan Harmer for the state.
So what we have here today is we have Mr. Emitom. He is charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. I want to say today is our third setting or fourth. I think it's our fourth setting today. Mr. Emitom has chosen to represent himself. I have done a Feretta hearing, found that he is and can represent himself. Mr. Emitom, are you sure you don't want a lawyer to help you out? Do you want a lawyer to just stand by to be able to answer any kind of questions? Okay, you still want to represent yourself. Understand that if any time you would like a lawyer, I'm happy to provide you one at no cost to you that can advise you in any way that you may. So that is always at your disposal whenever you need it. At the last setting, we were working on discovery to see what was available. And the only thing, if I remember correctly, the only thing as way of discovery was an offense report that was in.
So, Your Honor, the discovery is in. There is a video. There is a body cam and dash cam that's in. The state has tried to reach out to Mr. Emitom to schedule a time for him to come in to review this discovery. It is the state's policy to not give this discovery out of the office to pro se defendants. He is here today. We can coordinate with our investigators for him to come and look at what we have. There is also a motion to suppress filed on the same transaction felony out of this, and that is scheduled for December 15th, I believe, or 9th.
December 12th is
December 12th. Okay.
December 12th.
Are you representing yourself in the felony case as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Judge Lacayo did find him competent to do so, and we are having a suppression hearing on the 12th of December for that case.
Okay.
So if the evidence is suppressed, both cases would be resolved based on the search. Because unlawful carry is tied to our transaction, it is a commission of a felony offense. So if our case goes away, your case
Are
goes away.
you upstairs as well on his case
I'm on the
upstairs?
felony case,
You're
yes.
on the felony case. Okay, great.
I know the last time we was here, I did the suppressed evidence. Are they doing the misdemeanor and the felony together with the suppressed evidence? Because I emailed, I don't know if it's Anna or I have it on my email. I emailed Friday, tried to review the evidence, but I didn't get a response. I got a response to come tomorrow at 1:30. I didn't make it in town till yesterday night.
So the defendant emailed me on Friday and he reached out to review the evidence. I requested a cause number. He provided the cause number and I sent on Monday at 7:20 a.m. Would tomorrow work to review the evidence? Please let me know if you have a preferred time. I'm available anytime after 1:30 p.m.
Here now, is it possible to do it now?
Let me
Or
coordinate.
perhaps later today, since he's
Later
here?
today, let me go talk to our investigators, make sure they can supervise him and.
You're here now.
Yeah.
I would, Mr. Ematom, you're set for a suppression hearing, December 12th. You have, at a minimum, got to look at every single piece of evidence that's out there before you even go to your hearing. It would be a fool's errand to go to this hearing without looking at every shred of evidence that's out there, because you have to know what they have
Yes.
and what they're going to use to prove, you know?
Last setting they did go in the back room and let me see whatever was like the report that was typed up and everything. So
Yeah.
I was able to.
That's
take
just
some-
an offense report.
Yeah,
But here, he's saying there's body worn camera.
Body worn camera, there's another video as well that was uploaded as evidence. And then I believe there was an image of the stolen check. That was.
You want to talk to your investigator now? And can you stay here and perhaps maybe like at around 2:00, meet them at the office and then go through all the evidence then? Is that okay?
Yeah, I can do that. I can.
You're here.
I mean, yeah, I can do that now.
If
You
tomorrow,
might
if
as well-
you're want to come in tomorrow morning,
Yeah,
that gives us time, but he has to confirm with us because ADA Harner has emailed him and he has to make that call. Like he can, I don't know, the body cam could be 4 or 5 hours of body cam because there's multiple body cams. I don't know if our investigator is going to stay till 7 o'clock to review body cam today.
That's a good point.
So
So why
if
don't
you're available tomorrow morning,
we do it tomorrow morning?
Yeah, that's fine. Also, are they gonna have the medical record for the hemp? Are they gonna have the?
So that is the one piece of evidence we're still waiting on, Judge, is the lab for the marijuana.
Check the charging instrument.
I'm telling you, it's based on it.
That takes a long time. Mr. Ematom, it takes a long time.
Had the receipts from, because they had Montana Doyle that was claiming that. I do have the receipts and she was my witness. That it said that she was claiming that. It said it in the report. So my witness could come and do the testimony or whatever.
But that's at the hearing.
Okay.
You do that at a hearing. You don't do that here as part of just evidentiary sharing, right? It's not, no one takes testimony now. No one decides.
Last one, they said she could do it with the clerk. When I did have her here, they said that the clerk could.
You mean just filing an affidavit?
Or whatever she needs to do to say,
I mean, I can't tell you. You're representing yourself. That's why you usually have lawyers that kind of guide you on how to get evidence admitted, what kind of evidence gets admitted. I can't give you legal advice and they can't tell you either.
Yeah, they said I could submit it to the clerk. That's what they said. The witness could come to the clerk and do.
Who is they? We didn't say that. All I said is that if you wanted to file an affidavit, yeah, something like that, but.
I could do that.
So can you talk to your investigator, see
Yes, I'm gonna do that
tomorrow, perhaps like at 9 o'clock in the morning?
9 o'clock.
So he goes at 9 o'clock. That way it's early. He can stay for as long as he needs to do it. And then if you guys can also provide me with an address of where he needs to go, what floor, perhaps give me a contact name and number just in case as well. So of your investigator. That way, if he should have any issues, he has a contact to be able to speak to someone as well. Because if he tries to go through the regular phone system to talk to man, he'll be beating his head against the wall. Okay, so just hang tight with me, Mr. Ematom. I'm gonna have him talk to the investigator, see what time, make sure 9 o'clock tomorrow is good. We'll find out where you need to go. We'll give you a sheet of paper with time, location, and a contact for you. You go review everything. our case is now 11/20. Today's November 20th. Do you want to set it for after the suppression hearing, since you guys are going to do that over there?
And honestly, I don't even think that the marijuana was sent to the lab, Your Honor. So
I put in a lab request, Judge, myself. I'm not sure if the officers provided it, but I put in a lab request.
okay, if you put a lab request, like I don't know when the.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. If the officers aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, go. You know how I feel about that. So
Just wait.
how do you feel about that? We'll set this case maybe one day after your hearing upstairs on the 12th.
Yeah.
And like they said, if you win that hearing, this case goes away.
Yeah.
If you don't win that hearing, then we'll deal with this case the day after and see how we move forward. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so we're off the record. All right, so just hang tight for me. I'm gonna get all the information for you and then just look at everything that's out there. Got to, okay? Okay. All right, good luck, Mr. Maton.
So this guy's handling business. When he started, he come off as just crazy sovereign citizen guy, and he has stepped up to the game. He's putting the DAs on defense, and I think he's doing good with it. I think he's got a long battle ahead of him. You know, they haven't it hasn't gone to trial, but for the simple thought of you're getting arrested and got some charges, and they didn't send the drugs to the lab. That's just, I think that's called unforced error. I don't get it. I don't get it. But he's figuring it out and he's doing good. He's being respectful to the judge. That helps, and everything seems to be working out there. We're going to call it a day, guys. We're going to come back at 8:00 over on American Courts 2 with Court Addict with ATX Alley. We've got some good videos for you guys tonight over there. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. I'm going to throw up some videos this evening. Make sure to like the channel, subscribe, do all that other stuff. Make sure to click that bell. That way YouTube harasses you all day long and sending you notifications. We'll get that all set up, but Painted Blonde's got to get ready for work, and we got to get ready for the show tonight. We will see you guys. We'll see you guys tonight. All right, bye.